Make our way to the introductory statements, and this is kind of where kind of talk about the purpose of why I'm doing this study. Um, so basically, get right into it. So the purpose of this study is to gain a better understanding as to why there are so few minority head coaches at the Division One A college football level. So first, I'll go back and kind of talk about what Division One A football is. Um, that is uh, the main big time college football. So the stuff you see is called football subdivision. So if you watch on TV, you're watching USC, UCLA, all those kind of schools that people can think about off the top of your head. These are the ones that are considered Division One A college football teams. So in order to gain a better understanding of this problem in Division One A, I will focus on two central questions to help gain a better understanding of why this problem exists. So, out of all, there's 130 FCS schools in the country. How many have minority staff on their athletic administration? That's one question. Taking into consideration which staffs have them in managed positions, the second question comes: what effect does a diverse staff have on college football program? So, out of the 130 schools in the country, um, there's only a select few that actually have ADs in position that are minority ADs. It's predominantly dominated by Caucasians as far as athletic administrators, ADs, um, and right now in college football, I mean not college football, sorry, in Division One and big time college sports, um, Vanderbilt has David Williams. Arizona State has Ray Anderson. Florida State has Stan Wilcox. Michigan has Ward Manuel. Stanford has Bernard Muir. Cal has Mike Williams. And Virginia is the only university right now that has a minority and a woman in a position as Carla Williams. She's actually the first minority woman to be hired in that conference ever. And then Auburn has Alan Green. So the numbers, though they are constantly changing because people get hired and fired, there's few in the position, and there's actually probably none right now as I keep looking and keep gaining information and gaining research that are actually presidents of universities. Presidents and ADs are the ones that ultimately make the decision, and sometimes only the president gets to make the decision. So um, it's very staggering. It's very alarming in a way of why they're not able to achieve that position of head coach or running a university program. And just for better reference point, this comes from a author of um, Jason Balzer, um, and he wrote a paper, an essay, an article that compiled information from a dozen minority and the majority athletic directors, coaches, search firms, and experts, and he kind of questioned on the issues of diversity and inclusion. The article is titled "Alternative Facts: The Inequality of Leadership in College Athletics." And kind of what I want to do, for referencing this, is kind of go through a conversation that one of the um, people that he interviewed had with him. It was telling him about kind of an experience that he had when interviewing for a head coaching position. So basically, what happened? The guy goes, the first question the interviewer had for him was, "Please explain how your professional experience and cultural upbringing might lend itself to connecting with new student athletes you would be recruiting to our institution." And that's what the person asked as the head of the search committee. Um, and the response he had was, "Well, I spent the last 9 years as an assistant coach at two Division One programs, where I helped lead our teams to two conference championships and four postseason appearances over that period. That being said, I'm not quite sure how my cultural upbringing has relevance to this position." Um, and he's always kind of trying to seek clarification. And ultimately, what ended up happening is the school wanted this coach because they believed that as a minority, he can help them recruit other minorities. What I was saying that, but that's because they were more worried about how his recruiting prowess would be when it comes to that field because they don't have many minority athletes on their team right now. So it was kind of interesting to kind of read that and kind of get that in and kind of see what he meant there, and kind of what the struggle was. And for him, it was kind of a something taken aback by because he thought that he'd be wanted for his coaching only, and that's kind of the problem that kind of comes up in this field is a lot of times minorities are not able to get these jobs, but sometimes the ones they are able to get is assistant coaching jobs because they have they need recruiting. So ultimately, that coach ended up taking the job. It was a head coaching job, and he said that he had to take it because the opportunities are so few. So that's kind of opening it up and kind of just going into what we will be talking about throughout this presentation.